party peoples. How are you doing? I hope you are all doing well. Shout out to my peoples. Kayla was here first. She was early. We love a early or on time queen. She was here on time. Shout out to you for being my top commenter of the day. I give out 4 more of these shout outs. Lacey sis, hello. I've never seen you before. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoyed the show. Shout out to you for being one of my top commenters of the day. We have Nika, Jonelle, the usual suspects are in here. Hello. How are you guys doing? We're going to get into this very quickly because Smackdown was cute, but it dragged today. Okay. I don't know what was happening, but I was like, do I do I want to sit and like listen to? I don't. I don't. Hello, Donnie. How are you? Don went live today while he was watching wrestling, so y'all should have been. If y'all follow Don, y'all could have watched his live. I couldn't finish watching it because I had to do commentary, and I didn't even get to post all my commentary, child. But Raw dragged just a bit today. I don't know, maybe I didn't want to watch 3 hours of wrestling, but the first hour was pretty cool. The second hour was good. But when we got to that last hour, especially at the top of the hour, I thought the show was over. I did not know they were going to continue. I don't know why my brain was like, okay, that's it. But it was like, that's the end of that. But no. I think one of my homeboys over on Twitter, I don't know which podcast I was following that said this. I don't know if it was Public Enemies or if it was one of the other podcasts I follow, but they predicted that this 3-hour time frame for SmackDown and for Raw would be too much. I really wish that SmackDown was on Netflix too, because then they could gauge how long their shows could be by what was needed to be on the show. And I really can't wait until we get into a full Netflix era, because that's going to determine how USA Net, because once USA Network loses WWE from PLE status, they contract for SmackDown is probably going to end up ending, and then they're going to be out of here. And if they put them both on Netflix, chef's kiss. Okay. Because the only reason why I would have Hulu is so that my family could watch sports and I could watch NXT. You know what I'm saying? I low-key wish NXT was on USA Network just for the hell of it, but it's better on CW. I would say that. Let's get into SmackDown, y'all. Okay, so Cody opened up the show. Joe Tessitore did an interview with Cody, and basically Cody said what he always say. You know, Cody as a face champion is very much a class act. He gave Kevin a glowing review of how good he is, how much of a ring psychologist he is, how he's one of the best in the ring, one of the greatest athletes he's ever faced, and one of them that he used to call a friend. But he said Kevin has a problem with taking the hard road and the easy road, and usually Kevin takes the easy road out. When he's a heel, yes, Kevin will take the easy way out. He's going to attack you from behind. He's going to take you out. But Kevin has been known to take that hard road, and that hard road was paved with good intentions. And in Kevin's case, he has done that multiple times with Roman Reigns and that entire saga with them. Kevin was relentless and the only consistent true adversary of Roman Reigns. If I had to be fair and choose Roman's greatest rivalry, it most definitely was with Kevin Owens. 100%. And in that case, he did not take the easy way out. He went the best route that he took, which was to take on the bloodline head on. Even though he knew he was going to lose, he still went after him with all the gumption he could find. That's the only thing I disagree with Cody. Now, after this, Cody left because Cody basically told, Joe told him, is there anything that you would want to say to Kevin Owens' face face on, because if you see him Saturday, which you will, he said the situation might be volatile. It might not be easy for you to say something to his face. So is there something that you want to say to Kevin that you probably won't be able to say to his face due to the nature of your relationship? And he basically told him he ain't got nothing to say. All he said was good luck. He was like, that's all I got for you is good luck. So the show rolled on after that. Let me see. We had a fight between Pretty Deadly and the Motor City Machine Guns. Now, prior to this match, Pretty Deadly was in the back. You can turn the fan off, KJ. Pretty Dead. Y'all cheering. It's not gonna be Putin and him carrying on in here. Nah, what you did?
I thought it went in there.
Nigga. Yo, his. Listen, Motor City Machine Guns came out and had a match with Pretty Deadly. Pretty Deadly was in the back talking to DIY. DIY seems to be trying to manipulate Pretty Deadly, but they seem to be catching on to the game. As late as they are, Apollo tried to tell them that he was like, hey, listen, DIY is using you and y'all letting them thinking y'all don't get a title shot. They're never going to give you a title shot. They just trying to prevent y'all from letting them lose the championships. That's all. They like, if you scratch your back, my back, I'll scratch yours. Apollo like, that's bullshit. Well, last week, Lil Ren 1010, Johnny Gargano didn't like that shit, so he viciously attacked Apollo Crews, which led to a match later on tonight for them. But Pretty Deadly went to DIY and was like, hey, listen, we were supposed to be doing a quid pro quo type of situation, and y'all are reneging on y'all end of the deal. I ain't getting no quo, but you're getting a lot of quid. A quid pro quo, you get a lot of quid, babes, but I'm not getting no pro. Okay, like what's going on? And Ciampa was talking about when you're the champions, you don't have to do all of that. Y'all need to handle your own business. We don't ask you to handle ours. And it's like, yes, you have. You've been using them to scapegoat the fact that you attacked the Street Profits, stole their opportunity at the titles, and manipulated your way into getting a championship shot with Motor City Machine Guns, who weren't prepared for you. And y'all ended up being able to cheat to win the championships. Now you want to act as if the world owes you something because you're a champion and you're going to be able to everybody wants to come after us. What did you think was going to happen? It's the same song and dance with every one of you motherfuckers. What do you think is going to happen when you become champion? Championships don't just stay on your waist by osmosis. You have to defend them. So yeah, people are gonna be coming after you. If you don't want to be paranoid, don't become a fucking champion, bro. God. So Pretty Deadly basically got cussed out by Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Now, Los Garzas, though, they was looking at them. They stared them niggas down the whole time they walked past them. Whole time they was talking to them, they stared them niggas down. They was like, yeah, we got y'all. We got y'all. So they went out to the ring. And it was, like I said, it was Pretty Deadly versus Motor City Machine Guns. Motor City Machine Guns ended up beating Pretty Deadly. But Pretty Deadly was pretty vicious today. They were on their A game. It was a very good matchup between these four men. I have to say, a lot of people forget Pretty Deadly are former tag teams in both NXT UK and in NXT. They were no slouches. They're still not. They just have to tap into that aggression and stop playing around, which they did do today. Everybody seems to be pissing them off. The madder they get, the better they are. So I hope they get super mad so we can keep getting matches like what we got today between Pretty Deadly and Motor City Machine Guns. Now, moving on. Let me see if I can remember because it's been 3 hours, child. Ugh. Let me go look in my notes. I had to take notes because there was so much shit going on. Okay, so the Miz has been informed, Lord. The Miz has been informed that he is now a part of the SmackDown roster. When he realized that he was a part of the SmackDown roster, it also made him realize that he is now in the same spot as none other than the Wyatt Six. Okay, so he is afraid, obviously, and they have not shown themselves yet. But the Wyatt Six have joined the SmackDown roster along with The Miz. And The Miz has been trying to recruit people to be on his team, but he has been failing in every way, shape, or form. He went after, what was it? He went after uh Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. And Waller and Theory both have been shipped to Monday Night Raw. So Miz is on the outs again, not able to have any protection against the Wyatt Six. Now he believes that Karrion Kross, put in a good word to ship him over to SmackDown. I believe that the Wyatt Six requested for Miz to come over there so they could continue fucking with him. Um, the Miz is the one who put in the word to get the Wyatt Six moved to SmackDown, but didn't tell Karrion. So Karrion just assumed they were moved through the portal and traded. Now the trades have been happening very subtle. So right now we have Wyatt Six, Miz, and Damian Priest has been moved to SmackDown. Um, Grayson Waller and Theory and Bailey have been moved to Raw. So that's where we are in terms of the trade portal for now. He said we got to 10. I legit got an attitude. I'm tired. I hope after Mania season is done, they go back to the 2 hour format because the 2 hour format is just a better format. It's just better. Maybe they can convince USA Network to cut them down to 2 hours and 30 minutes, but like 3 hours for SmackDown, and you don't really have like a lot going on, is too much for me. It's too much. Ain't it though? But it's good. It's good TV. I'll admit that. So after this was over, um, Joe Tessitore got accosted by Kevin Owens. And Joe basically was cussed out by Kevin because nobody wanted to interview him. To be fair, Kevin Owens don't even want to be interviewed by Michael Cole. He always requests that they come to his damn car like a goddamn creep. And nobody wants to do that shit. It's cold outside and you be making shit difficult. I wouldn't want to interview your punk ass either. Okay. So they interview Cody because Cody cooperates. You do not. He was like, you think he's the only champion? Yes. Yes, you delusional weirdo. Yes, he is the only champion. You are not a champion because you walk around with a belt. If that was the case, every fucking body in that damn arena is considered a champion because they have a title. Whether they bought the title or not, at least they got a receipt for theirs. You just stole the championship. You just stole it with your mark ass. So it got like super, super volatile between Kevin and Joe Tessitore. And he was cussing out Joe for no reason. And Jimmy came out there. Jimmy came out there and basically was like, yeah, man, you talk too much. And started brawling. So Big Jim went and got the match made, and it was Kevin Owens versus Jimmy Uso tonight for the main event. Okay. Now, we had two women's matches on the roster. But before that, I'm going to give y'all one more vignette In the back, Carmelo was pretty upset after this match was announced that he wasn't going to have no get back against Carmelo Anthony, Jesus, against Jimmy Uso. It's a long night. I'm tired. So Carmelo was upset because he wasn't going to get no get back against Jimmy. He wanted to wrestle him tonight. The match was scheduled for him to wrestle him. He got upset and he was like, I want a match with Jimmy. I deserve one. And Nick was like, okay, well, I have a match. You could go up against the newest acquisition for SmackDown. And he was like, nah. Nah. He was like, nah, I don't know. I'm not going through that with you again. Like, you trying to trick me. I'm gonna wait till they show up and then I'll see them for myself. Nick was like, all right, cool. Whatever, fuck ever. I don't care. So he was like, you can wait right here. He's supposed to meet me in my office. You can wait right here for him. And Carmelo was like, cool, because when I beat him, I'm gonna bust his ass just going off. He was like, sure, love that for you. So Chelsea, Michin, B-Fab, and Piper had a match today. Chelsea got socked in her face and her mouth is split open. Not only that, but when Piper was doing her senton, I don't know how to say it, senton bomb or swanton bomb. When she was hitting her move, Piper ended up hitting not only, I think it was Michin, but she also hit Chelsea. Chelsea was essentially out after that. She didn't even get in there to compete anymore. And Michin, she did after they, got rid of Piper. Michin was able to pick up the win, and because she pinned Chelsea, Nick Aldis has scheduled another match between her and Michin. Now, Michin has secured BFAB as a little security because Piper keeps getting in the mix. But Piper has come up with an idea to add a little bit to her security. Now, during one of those backstage segments, you can easily see Piper was back there talking to somebody. It looked like it might have been Sonya. It could have been Blair. It could have been anybody. But if they want to add to Chelsea's entourage, it needs to be somebody who hasn't been on TV and needs the time. And in my opinion, it should be Blair Davenport. She doesn't have anything to do. She's not really in any of the storylines right now. She could be a part of Chelsea's entourage, her Secret Service, as she likes to call them. So that's how that went down. She came out there dressed like U.S. agent. Good for her. Just like a Canadian to do some knockoff shit on the Americans. Charlotte Flair's intro came out today. Well, her actual video package came out today, and she spoke. Charlotte had her hair with the dark roots and the blonde ends, and she looked the fuck good. Okay, sis was sitting there saying, when you are the GOAT, you don't have to call yourself the GOAT, baby, because it's already implied. You hear me? And Charlotte said when she makes her return at the Royal Rumble, she's gonna make sure all these bitches know that she is back and this division belongs to her. And I was like, Piriana, let's fucking go. Ramp this shit up. Let's go. Now, this is before Tiffany Stratton's ass came out there. Tiffany came out there. The only way I can explain it, and I'm really not trying to pick on Tiffany, because sometimes Tiffany has some cute stuff, but her gear today was giving trailer park trash realness, and I did not like it. I was not a fan. It is too fucking cold outside for you to be walking around in an outfit, a cheetah print with pink lining, and then the top part is like a bikini bra like top, and then you got the coat on, and it's like, girl, at this point, you might as well just wear the damn bikini because it's freezing outside, and this is how you decide to dress. Okay, bitch. She come out there and started talking about how in 1 week 30 women are going to compete to face off against her. And I said, girl, you are not the only champion. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, some about you is insane. Like, the thought process is crazy. That's when Rhea Ripley came out there and was like, Tiffy, Tiffy girl, you're not the only champion, honey. And they're not just competing to compete against you. They'll also be competing to compete against me, babe. Okay? Okay. We can't do that outside right now. We got all this damn snow. We can't handle that girl. He said every time she take a break, the game be so boring. Child, it's okay because Auntie Shar Shar is coming back. She finna rile the troops up. Okay, Becky ass gonna be coming back too. You know she can't stand and share that spotlight, honey. She got to be in the middle of it. She got to be in the midst. Anywhoosies, as Tiffany and Shar and Rhea was talking, basically Rhea was like, I'm gonna take care of Nia Jax like I took care of her the last motherfucking time. Next Saturday, and just like I take care of her, I'm gonna take care of whoever wins this Royal Rumble if they choose me. And that's when Nia came out. She was like, I don't know why I'm catching strays. I'm like, bitch, because you was on Raw going out there attacking people, and that was not your motherfucking show. And because you took your eyes off the prize, which is Tiffany Stratton. How the fuck did we go from Rhea Ripley being on Raw, not having an opponent, when you could have had Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax have their damn match at Saturday Night Main Event? Why did y'all flip this and have her going up against fucking Charlotte? I mean, Rhea. I don't get it. I'm so confused at this. I'm just like, I'm trying to understand the logic behind it. Like, what do you gain from having Rhea face off against Nia for the second time? They're not even on the same fucking show. Now, what I would have been okay with is if you would have gave Raquel the opportunity. Because that would have started the distinction between her and Liv Morgan, which would have led to them fighting it out in the Royal Rumble, which would have been a storyline that could have branched off from Rhea and Liv Morgan. But I just don't think people be thinking about that shit. Y'all not thinking long term when it comes to the women. You only think long term when it comes to the men. Okay? Because at some point, Cobra Back got to fight her way out of this. I'm tired of seeing her be Liv Morgan's little bitch. Now, she ain't got no excuse now. Liv ain't got no motherfucking family. She about to dump her man. Okay? And she ain't got no belt. So what are you protecting her for? You feel me? Now, as Nia and that little pixie dust bitch, Candace came out there talking shit. I will say the one thing she did say that was funny when she told that little boy his mom when she told that little girl her mama sucked. That was funny. That would have been funny as hell. He said, yeah, Tiffany would have cashed in tomorrow for me. Right? Like, okay, you could have did a lot of things. I would have left the cash in. Real talk, Don. I would have left the cash in, but it would be two women's matches on this card. Tiffany Stratton would be facing off against Nia Jax because that is the better feud at the moment. And I would have Rhea Ripley going up against fucking what's her face? Cobra Back. What's her name? Raquel. Let her face off against Raquel and let Liv Morgan cost her the title, and then you can start the decision. Because this right here is proof that they didn't have nothing planned for Rhea after this she won the title. They didn't have nothing planned for her because there's no way. There's no way. That you gonna double back to Nia Jax of all people, and I can understand it if she was on the same show. Nia ain't on the show. She just was able to do it because Adam keep inviting her, talking to her about possibly coming to Raw, and every time she come over there, she's starting shit. If I was Adam, I would leave that groupie hoe where I found her. I wouldn't be drafting her ass on my damn show. She don't even respect me enough when she come in my house. It's like, bitch, if at least if you're gonna walk in my house, wipe your goddamn feet. Don't come to my house, put your dirty ass feet on my clean white couch. And you just in my house talking about fuck your couch, nigga. Like, really? You ain't got no damn cool. You just go to people's houses and start fighting and shit. Ghetto bird. Silly broads. Silly broads. I just wanted it to be better than what we got. That's what I wanted, and it's not. And I'm upset because Triple H had so much wiggle room with Saturday Night Main Event before headed into before headed into um Royal Rumble, but they could have pushed this Saturday Night Main Event back or had it earlier in the month. Had it the first week of January instead of having it so late in the month, or put it at the second week of January. But it's just like, God, like this is way too close for comfort, in my opinion. Said nope, because I wouldn't have done Nia. So not only did we have not only did we have Nia, Candice, Rhea, and Tiffany in the ring, we ended up gaining the tag team champions in Naomi and Raquel, then Liv Morgan, and Raquel and Naomi and Bianca. I'm sorry. All of them came out there. They all got to talking. Ain't no need to talk. They all started fighting. Tiffany got her ass out the ring and walked away. She was the first one out the ring, first one walking to the back, and Nick Aldis came out there and announced that it was going to be a 6-woman tag team match. Trina, go in your room. I'm sorry. Go in your room. It's a 6-woman tag team match. They had the match. Nia was outside of the ring. Liv was in the ring. She was legal. And Bianca hit somebody with a KOD. I want to say it was Candice. Once that happened, she thought that she was able to get the drop, or it was somebody. I don't know if it was Nia or Can. I don't know. But
it was Candice.
Got hit with the KOD. I thought it was because Liv rolled her over right after she hit it, and they got the pin. So they ended up suffering a loss and Liv Morgan and won, which is indication that them hoes is not winning the Royal Rumble. Neither one of them. I don't think Nia is winning the Rumble. I definitely don't think Candice is winning the Rumble. And I'm sure Nia, Raquel, Candice, and Liv are not winning the Rumble, especially Liv Morgan. Okay. Hey, just a miss, child. He said, like Bailey and Damage Control was what, like 2 years ago? Yes. Now, I'm not going to complain too much because the black women got the long stick. I'm not mad about it. I'm upset because I want them to do better at booking the women, and I want to see more women on the card. Okay? I want to see more women on the card. I want to see them utilize the women better. And I don't need them to utilize them the same way they use in NXT. I just want them to be used better because they can use them better. You got enough room on that card. Quite frankly, you did not have to have Cody and Kevin's contract signing on that show on Saturday Night Main Event. You could have very easily had that contract signing today. It wasn't in Shawn Michaels' hometown. He right down the damn street. Like, he ain't went nowhere. Fuck, like, come on. Like, diversify your portfolio a little bit better. I understand Shawn Michaels get to be in his hometown, but bitch, he know how to go home when it's time to go home. And y'all go to San Antonio like that's your second home away from home. If it ain't San Antonio, it's New Orleans. If it ain't New Orleans, it's Houston. It's LA. It's Chicago. New York. Rochester, New York, in Madison Square Garden. Y'all go to the same motherfucking places. It's not like y'all ain't gonna never go to San Antonio, Texas again. What's wrong with y'all? Child, I know, honey. It was Candice. I thought so. Then Liv rolled her up into that crucifix pin. Yeah. Bianca don't need it either. No, I don't think Bianca's gonna win. I forgot about Bianca, honestly. I don't think Bianca's gonna win. I don't think Liv. I don't think honestly, I think Jade Cargill's coming back at the Royal Rumble and gonna cost whoever took her out, she gonna remove them from the Rumble. That's just me. Because they gotta ramp up this story. Because I feel like Bianca and Naomi are gonna drop them titles to Lash and Jakara in Atlanta next week, right before the Rumble. So they'll no longer be a tag team and it'll really be every woman for themselves. So yeah. Yeah, it should be more well rounded. Like the match ratio should be almost male 6, female 5 to 4. Correct. Correct. I understand that they want to keep the match card very light and simple, but to me, the men's matches don't be having a lot of nuance going on, and a lot of times the women's feuds be better than the men's. So if the women's feuds are better, go heavy on the women, go light on the men. Give me 3 women's matches. You got a tag team, you got 2 women's main event championships. You also got 2 mid-card titles that you have yet to put on a PLE outside of Chelsea gaining hers on the Saturday night main event, and then Lyra gaining hers on that Monday night Raw on Netflix. So you got plenty of opportunities. You should have been building up feuds. Lyra should have been having a feud by now. You should have had a feud. You got one with Chelsea, but you're not finna give Michin that damn championship. Y'all know y'all not gonna give it to her. I don't know why y'all keep making her wrestle her week after week after week when you're not gonna give her a fair shot at the title. Okay? I don't know. Tampa, Orlando, all of Florida. Okay. I think she coming back in ATL because that's where she's from. She is from Atlanta. That's true. Then Jade promo pictures. Lord, I haven't seen her new pictures. And that would be a great way to push the story. It would. I'm either way. If they do it my way, great. If they do it your way, great. I just need that story to go forward. I really do. We could have had that tournament rematch for Lyra. Child. Any whoosies. So we got through all of that, right? We got through all of them matches and everything was done. And then we had a closer match, which was like a top of the hour match at 10 for LA Knight and Tama Tonga. Jacob Fatu's promos are fucking fire. I love that man's promos. Okay, they are lit as fuck. I told AJ, I just want Jacob to come out there and do a promo right before I get married, right before we renew our vows. Just come out there and hit me, give me a little bit of music, and then let Jacob run his mouth right quick and be like, and I dare somebody to say something. That's what I thought. And he stand back there and he be like, I love you. Right there. I need it. I need it. It's gonna pump me up. I'll be like, yeah. Me and my J. Oh shit. This match was actually pretty decent between the two of them. It wasn't a lot going on. Jacob got involved, and this ultimately ended up with Braun Strowman coming out there. The two of them faced off a little bit, and then Tama Tonga was able to pull him away. You getting ready to get in the shower? You okay? Okay. You don't get a Ziploc bag so you put your pizza away?
I don't want to sleep.
You'll be fine.
Okay.
Go on. All right.
Why's the plate over there?
It was up against the bed. All right. So this led to Braun Strowman and him fighting it out. Tama Tonga pulled Jacob back, and they decided to wait until tomorrow to have their bout. Then we got Carmelo facing off against Damian Priest. Really solid match between the two of them. Damian Priest was able to pick up his first win on Smackdown. Backstage, the two of them, Damian was able to run into Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes basically told Damian, he said, so you on Smackdown now? And Damian said, yeah. And he was like, well, welcome to Smackdown. Shook his hand. It's just a little foreshadowing here. The next time Damian Priest and Cody Rhodes meet, I guarantee you Cody Rhodes will no longer be a face champion. He will be a heel champion. When they finally cross paths the way that they should, Cody Rhodes is going to be a heel by then. I promise you that. Because he's been a face for the last 2 years and he needs to turn. It needs to happen for his sake. And I know a lot of people enjoy Cody as a face. I do too. But even I understand when there needs to be a shift in the force. You know what I'm saying? Any whoosies. After that match, we got the closer match, I believe. Now, hold on. With a pack of Newports in his pocket. Not the Newports. And not me getting stuck in the yeah wave, girl. I was in here going off. I was like, you better talk your shit, Tama Tonga. Get them together. I can't with you. You just give me an idea for my wedding. Have Jacob officiate so nobody object. Period. Period. I can't. I can't with you. All right. She has foreseen the future of Homelander. Oh, Homelander coming, babe. He is coming. And he ain't he though? Ain't he though? That's all right, cause I love that man. Anyways, so the last match of the night went to Jimmy and uh Kevin Owens. I'm so exhausted. I feel like I shouldn't be, but I am. Jimmy and Kevin Owens match was actually pretty decent, but before it could even start, Carmelo Hayes attacked Jimmy and they ended up fighting. So Jimmy was at, he wasn't at half capacity, but he definitely wasn't at full working capacity like he would have. But this match was a back and forth, and Jimmy got a lot of pinfalls, and I really, really wish they would have let Jimmy pin Kevin Owens because Kevin did win. He ended up attacking Jimmy, trying to put him through the table with a small package pile driver, and that is when Cody came out there. They started fighting, and the show went off with them continuing to battle. So hopefully tomorrow they'll sign their contracts. The belts will be suspended above the arena, and the only time we'll see them titles on their waist again is if they have officially won the championship. Y'all, it was a struggle to get through this SmackDown. Okay, I am at 39 minutes, and I really was tired at the 2 hour mark. I'm sitting here. I had this thing muted. I said, "Oh my God, this is another hour of this show. I don't think I can do this." I'm sitting here watching both of them basketball games. Me and AJ, my husband loves basketball, so AJ had went through 2 basketball games while I'm watching SmackDown. Okay, 2 of them, and was working on a third one. Child, that's too much. That is too much.
Yeah, I was watching the college basketball game before everything.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Watching LSU and South Carolina, which was a good ass game.
It was. If y'all not into women's basketball, y'all should be watching it because you missing out on some really good basketball. You really are. All right. So let's go over this match card for Saturday night main event, shall we? Oh, and I just want to clear some things up. So a few people have declared for the Royal Rumble for the women. We now have some declarations for the women. Bailey declared on Monday. This Friday, like 2 hours ago, Bianca, Naomi, Nia Jax, I'm assuming Candice, and Raquel and Liv have all declared for the Royal Rumble. And Charlotte. Charlotte will also be in the Royal Rumble. But that leave a lot of slots. Okay. I think by Monday, Roxanne, or Tuesday, Roxanne will probably be in the Royal Rumble. You're probably going to see Jordan Grace. I hope we see Masha Slamovich in the Royal Rumble. I want to see some people in there. I want to see some fun. Okay. And I don't need, and no shade, I don't need Candice Michelle or Kelly and I don't need what's the other girl name? We just saw her today. Michelle McCool. I don't need any of those girls to be in the Rumble.
Anybody gonna like it. But if it ain't Beth Phoenix, stay your ass at home.
Right. Not you felt like you needed a Siggy. Please stop. Stop it. So all those women have declared for the Rumble. The Men's Royal Rumble has the following participants: Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, Sami Zayn, Seth freaking Rollins. Who else? Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
John Cena. Who else declared for the Royal Rumble?
I think Jay did.
Did Jay declare for the Royal Rumble? I don't think he declared yet. He might if he loses championship Saturday, which he just might, honestly. Oh, it's a 2 out of 3 falls match? I did not hear that. Okay. The tag team championship for the Royal Rumble is a 2 out of 3 falls match. I wish they would do like 3 stages of hell or some shit like that. I love those matches. Those matches are fun. Anyways, hold tight, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. I have to get a cool beverage, as my brother would say. So before we get into Saturday Night Main Event, I'm going to tell y'all who's in the Men's Royal Rumble. Because that's next week, y'all, which is crazy. All right. So we was right. Those are the 6 that are in there. John Cena, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth freaking Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and Sami Zayn have all declared for the Men's Royal Rumble. All right. For the Women's Royal Rumble, Bayley, Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Nia Jax have declared for the Women's Royal Rumble. I don't know why Candice ain't declared for the Royal Rumble. You crazy if I'm standing there and everybody else got an opportunity and I don't? Bitch, you tried it. Don't bring Michelle McCool. New Day. What about New Day?
New Day did declare.
No, they did not.
No, they did. Okay.
They not on that list of people who declared for the Royal Rumble.
Uh-huh.
If they did, WWE didn't put their ass on the website. I don't think Jay declared. I missed 3 Stages of Hell. Those were a vibe. Wasn't they? I want a 3 Stages of Hell type match. I do. I want it. And it's it's the same. It's similar to a 2 out of 3 falls. But the 3 Stages of Hell is you get to determine the hell. So like for you, if you know you good at an Iron Man match, your match will be an Iron Man match. If you know your opponent might be good at hardcore, his style match might be a hardcore, then the final bout will be a traditional 1, 2, 3 match, or it'll be like inside of a steel cage. What's wrong? Hey, you ain't got no pizza downstairs?
No, you're not going to get nothing else to eat tonight because you ate already. It's late.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you a bag of chips and something to drink, and you can have that. Is that okay? Yeah. Just give him a snack, AJ. All right. For an ambulance match, like that time Randy and Triple H did one of those in 2011. The most recent ambulance match we had was on NXT with Ridge Holland and what's his face? And there was the more recent one for the main roster was with Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre. Was it the last one? Johnny versus Adam? Yes. That was the last time we had like a three stages of hell style match. That was the last time. Any whoosies. Those are all the women, ladies. Let's get to the match card for Royal Rumble right quick. So this is a 2 out of 3 falls match. 2 out of 3 is different from Three Stations of Hell because there's no stipulation on the match. It literally is a traditional style match for all three possible matches. Okay. And then we have Cody Rhodes. Hold on. Then we have Cody Rhodes facing off against Kevin Owens in a ladder match. So they're really picking matches that are going to fill up a lot of time. Ladder match is going to be at least a 20-minute match. That 2 out of 3 falls match is going to be a pretty lengthy match, probably 15-20 minute mark. So you got 40 minutes in these two matches, possibly. And then you've got about an hour for the regular Royal Rumble, the men and the women. Unless they decide to have title defenses for Gunther and for either champion on at the Royal Rumble, you got a lot of time they filling up. You know what I'm saying? How about a buried alive match? You know what? We haven't had a buried alive match since the mid 2000s. Since Stone Cold and them was still there. There's been no buried alive match. There's been a couple casket matches over on NXT, but there hasn't been any buried alive matches. And I miss a good buried alive match, honey. Yeah, it's been a very long time. All right. So now that we got the Rumble out the way, let's go back to Saturday Night Main Event. So we got a couple matches and a segment. So this particular segment is going to include Shawn Michaels. Both men have to relinquish their championships in the ring, and the ring, they will then suspend those belts over the ring, and Shawn Michaels is going to get these two to sign the contract. In this contract, my mind is telling me that Nick added an addendum where not only did they have to relinquish these belts, but they cannot touch each other until the Royal Rumble, which I low key like because seeing them fight for almost 3 weeks to a month has been insane. Like the only way they can make it even more entertaining is they gotta keep upping the ante. And the only way to do that is like Kevin would have to put Cody Rhodes through a goddamn table and or jump off of a goddamn scaffold onto him or some shit. Like he would have to do some crazy death defying shit to amp up the ante in this. And I know that on Saturday Night Main Event, Kevin is gonna get his lick back on Cody, and Cody's not gonna be able to do a damn thing about it. So, because he's gonna hit him before he signs that contract, and then it's gonna be a mess. The match I am looking forward to the most, though, is Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu. You got two behemoth men. They did their stats today, like the tail of the tape for both of them. It was fucking nuts, okay? Jacob Fatu is 280 plus pounds. He's got a 20-inch neck, 15-inch biceps. Like, he is insanely muscular and stacked. Braun Strowman is a whole other ball of wax. 300 plus pounds, 22-inch neck. He's got like a 25-inch bicep. He's a huge man. He is a massive man. This match needs to be the one that everybody's looking out for. And I hope it gives everything it's supposed to give. With somebody's agility like Jacobs and Braun Strowman's massive power, this match should really be the talk of the night. It should blow over any other match that is happening on this card because of the sheer magnitude of both of these men. Moving into the next match. This one is going to be a sleeper cell, but I know that this match is going to be my favorite, especially if Sheamus wins. Sheamus is facing off against Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship, and I need Sheamus to win this title. This is his third or fourth time going after this title within the last, I want to say, 4 years, and Sheamus really deserves to have this championship. I know a lot of people think he should wait until WrestleMania, but to be honest with you, I disagree. I think he should get it now while the getting is good, head into WrestleMania as champ, and then determine if you want to go further than that or not. Solely up to you. Anyway, I saw it. Nia Jax is facing off against Rhea Ripley. I want to go on record here telling y'all I don't like it. I don't like the match. I don't think she should be facing her. I honestly believe 100% that Nia Jax shouldn't even be in the conversation for the World Women's Heavyweight Championship. No, her focus should be on Tiffany Stratton. How can you, as a grown ass woman, we talking pure kayfabe, we're not talking about the booking. Let's stick to kayfabe. How can you walk around and see Tiffany Stratton with your belt and not go after her every day when you know she played you like a fucking fiddle? You know she did. And instead of you being the bruiser and the unwavering beast that you need to be, and not in a horrible way, but like just an unrelenting force of nature that you need to be, you running around here talking shit and going to other people's shows attacking them when the person who took your championship from you is literally standing in your face. You will walk right past her like she don't mean nothing. The only time you chin check that bitch was when she was standing there saying that you thought that she was just some bimbo, some blonde bimbo. Well, she took your championship, and even then you didn't have enough balls to do nothing. So for the love of God, Rhea Ripley, please tear this hoe down because I'm tired. This is an unnecessary recall to y'all old feud. It really is unnecessary. If you couldn't find somebody for Rhea Ripley to face off against, then you should have just said that. You should have just said that instead of doing this. I'd be okay with a ring snapping spot with Jacob and Braun. I'm okay with that too. He said, because what is Brian doing? Child, not a damn thing. Yeah, because Nia not chasing Tiff kind of verifies what that Alexa was right when she was bullying her back in the day. That was crazy. And Candace supposed to be instigating and ain't doing her job. It's just this whole setup is just weird and unnecessary. I am looking forward to this match. Although I want Jey Uso to win, my heart wants Jey Uso to win. I know that logically it more than likely will be Gunther who will retain. But if I'm being 100% honest, like 100% honest, I am totally okay with Jey Uso winning and having this world championship. The eyes you're going to get with him being champion, the amount of people that are going to come after him, you can have him in a good feud with a bunch of people, and this could end, especially if you let Sammy win at the Royal Rumble. You can have Sammy facing off against Jey Uso at WrestleMania, and I'm sorry, but that shit would eat. It don't matter who's a face and who isn't. They don't have to be a face. They don't have to be a heel. You could be very much in between because both men want it more than the other. And if Sammy beats Jay Uso, this so be it. You know what I'm saying? If he don't, he don't. But I would love for that to happen. Like, I'm not about watch. I don't want to watch Gunther face off against Sammy again. I really don't. And it's no shade to Gunther. I like Gunther. Gunther is good for a small amount of time, in my opinion. But He's not gonna be the guy that's gonna keep eyes on the product. He's not gonna be the guy that's gonna hold the ratings. He that guy. You know what I'm saying? Exactly my point. That's what I was saying earlier. Nia versus Tiffany on this Saturday night main event card was the better choice. You could have got that shit out the way because Nia Jax was gonna be in the Royal Rumble. She ain't gonna beat Tiffany Stratton for that title. Otherwise, it's a waste for her to get the damn title and cash in her briefcase in the first place. So Nia was still gonna be in the Rumble. She wasn't gonna win, and her ass was still gonna be in the Elimination Chamber. So what are we doing? What are we doing? Ugh. They need somebody else looking at these stories from a separate perspective. Gunther is going to Mania as champ. Didn't say he wasn't. I said I would not mind if Jey Uso went. I'm sorry. As much as y'all love Gunther and as much as everybody likes Gunther, the truth is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Gunther wasn't booked for Netflix, but they damn sure had Roman's match on Netflix. They made sure Roman was over there. And they made sure Cody's ass showed up. Gunther was nowhere to be found. He wasn't nowhere backstage. He wasn't seen. He might have been seen on the red carpet, but where in the show did you see Gunther over on Netflix? Nowhere. Gunther ain't pop up until after they already set themselves up on Netflix. He was not a part of the rollout for that show on Netflix, even though he is the champion of that brand. And that says it all right there. So, like I said, I don't have an issue with Gunther going into Mania as champion. That is totally up to WWE. But if it was my choice, just based off of the draw that Jey Uso pulls, the popularity of it, the amount of matches that we can get between Jey Uso and whatever adversary he has, including Seth freaking Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and anybody else who wants a title. Hell, CM Punk is standing right there. Anybody. It's gonna be a bigger draw than having Gunther go up against any of those other guys. And that's just true tea. Not even trying to be funny. All of the Yeet match, all the Yeet merch with belts on it, they sell like cake in a fat camp. Damn, okay. Gunther needs to fall, needs to fail, especially since Bronson was out. Exactly. Since Bronson is out, yeah. But I'm just saying, even if Bronson Reed was there, I wouldn't mind it. Personally, if Bronson Reed comes back and after Sheamus gets the title after Mania with the Intercontinental Championship, I would give that title to Bronson Reed because Bronson Reed has proven time and time again that one, he can hang with the big boys, and two, he is a draw as well. And I would give him that title. If I move Bronson Reed to United to SmackDown, I definitely would take that title off of Shinsuke. No shade, Shinsuke. But if you're gonna be in the Rumble, in my opinion, your ass don't need the title. And I ain't seen Shinsuke wrestle for that title since he dropped it to LA Knight. Now I don't know what they doing with this men's card division for the men, but they gotta make that shit more competitive too. Guys like Apollo Crews, Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, Santos Escobar. Like I know Santos and Andrade and Carmelo already challenged LA Knight for that championship, but Apollo didn't get a title shot. Where's Apollo's title shot? Tama Tonga didn't get one. He ain't in no tag team no more at the moment. Like, you got an opportunity to do something fun. You need to start working on that. Shinsuke is there. He's a deep, brooding character right now. He would be entertaining. And I know y'all trying to make room for the Wyatt Six, and I love the Wyatts. I have no issues with that. But at the same time, you got to be able to utilize what you have and use it effectively. One story can go on one week, give it a break, give you a vignette for that same story, right? Then you can proceed into the next story the next week. You see what I'm saying? It don't have to be a bunch of mess. You could kind of rotate these stories out. Joe said, I do agree with what you saying, what you said though. It's cool, you know what I'm saying? I fully understand and respect y'all opinion. Y'all are entitled to your opinion. And more than likely, Joe, you are probably right about Gunther winning. I'm just saying that there is another option and it doesn't have to go down that road just because it's the obvious one. So those are all the matches for Saturday Night Main Event. Now I got a few things to tell y'all. Alexa Bliss was supposed to make her way back to Monday Night Raw. This is why I say something happened and they had to switch things up, which is why Nia Jax's ass is going up against Rhea Ripley instead of it being somebody like Bliss. Okay, so Alexa Bliss was supposed to come back and start her program running into Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, and Mania. But everything got halted when her people requested that she have a different contract. She wanted to restructure her contract. WWE didn't want to restructure her contract while she still had time on her contract. Fair enough. Now, WWE decided to halt all of the stuff that they had planned for her because of this contract reconstruction. That is why she is not showing up. That is why she is not there. Alexa was supposed to re-debut on Raw, so she wasn't going to debut on Smackdown, which kind of takes her out from the whole situation with Bianca, Jade, and Naomi. Okay, so she is now, at a stalemate with WWE, and she has decided to wait it out, and they can discuss the contract negotiations, and maybe they'll come to an agreement. Me personally, I think you should have brought your ass back, started working again under the contract you have, and then once the contract ran out, you can go ahead and renegotiate. Because at this point, you're renegotiating and you haven't worked in almost a year and a half. It's been more than that. When's the last time we saw Alexa Bliss on TV or in a ring? Hold on. Let me Google it. The last time Alexa. Oh, top search. Boom. Okay. Alexa Bliss last wrestled in the 2023 Royal Rumble. She lost to Bianca Belair, the WWE Raw Women's Champion. Okay. That means that was 2 years ago. We coming up on 2 years, babe. It's been 2 years since you've been in a WWE ring, on TV, and wrestling. It's been 2 years. There is no way I'm going to restructure your contract and renegotiate a contract when you haven't been on TV in 2 fucking years. No. No. And you will be correct, sir. You are correct. Hold tight, y'all.
Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't desire.
Okay, y'all. Sorry about that. You see what I'm saying? Now, I respect Alexa Bliss, get your money, sis. I'm not saying you can't get your money. I'm just saying you haven't been on TV in 2 years, babe. You haven't been on TV in 2 years. And you haven't wrestled in 2 years. And you want me to renegotiate your contract and give you more money. And I'm not doing that. I would have told her, hey, listen, come back under the contract you got. Once that contract runs out, I have no problem sitting down and renegotiating things with you, which I'm 95% sure that's what WWE said. And her team, and she refused, which is why she is not there. Who's number one? Jared?
You want to say UCLA for the women?
Okay. So that's that. I got one more thing to tell y'all. So listen. I was on the internet and I happened to come across a story about Britt Baker. You want to clean the bed off? This is the boys' snack.
Okay.
And you can put my snack box back over there. Now listen, Britt Baker put on her Twitter that journalists spreading lies about her is like wrong. She understands the business. She understands talking about her career, but lying on her is going too far. She says she's never cheated on anyone a day in her life. Hashtag state your sources. So she was talking about this wrestling account known as what is it called? Backup Hangman. This man is a writer for Wrestle Purists. He has now been caught in his Discord talking shit about AEW and talking shit about the backstage. He put it out there that the women's locker room is in shambles. They say Mariah May is very arrogant. She is turning off everybody backstage. This is what he says. The female wrestlers back there are very catty. The locker room is very catty. It is very cliquey back there. There's nobody back there to mediate them. They don't like when they accidentally get hit in the face. They take it very too much to heart. They're accusing Thunder Rosa of being dangerous to work with. People don't want to work with her. Like I said, they're going after Mariah May. They are talking about Swerve Strickland, how there was creative differences between Swerve, Bobby Lashley, and the whole storyline with them. That's why Swerve and Bobby have not gone back after each other. Just basically dry snitching on everybody in the locker room with AEW. And I was just like, oh, this is messy as hell. Okay. It's super messy to the max. I promise y'all that I'm going to give y'all all the tea when it comes to that on a later episode. I might do it tomorrow after we watch Saturday Night Main Event because it is messy, honey. It's super messy. Throw this away, sugar. You can turn the fan back on too before you lay down. So I want y'all to keep your eyes open over on Twitter and Blue Sky Social to see what y'all can see when it comes to that kind of stuff. Because I promise you're going to see it come across your timeline. If I saw it and you follow a lot of wrestling content like I do, I know y'all saw it. Now, I'm going to get my ass up out of here. But what I want y'all to do is make sure you listen to my podcast for the Wrestling Book Club. It is up. All 3 parts of Lita's book is up. I'm working on Becky's book. Every day I'm going to finish listening to her book. And by the end of next week, I should have her book done. And I will have the parts and reviews of her book up and ready to go as well. Y'all be easy. I love y'all. Thank y'all for listening. I will see y'all tomorrow after Saturday Night Main Event for sure. If you want to support my channel, there's a couple of ways. Number 1, the free one, subscribe, follow my channel, and turn on the notifications so you know when I go live or when I post a video. And you can be a member. Sign up to be a member. The membership is 99 cents to $2.99. It's very, very cheap. You guys get access to the videos first. And there's new content coming for my members only. Okay? And and you get discounts on the merchandise that I have. And the third way to support the channel is to purchase my merch. Merchandise has been up for a while. I've got mugs, I've got sweaters, I've got t-shirts, we've got hoodies, we've got hats, we've got it all. We also have tumblers, the little, cups. You can, drink your coffee, water, or whatever out of it. Totally up to you. So we have all of that stuff and so much more. I'm getting ready to get with my designer and make some more designs so I can put some new merch up for this year or next year. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you join and be a subscriber, and I got you. Okay? I will try to give you as much wrestling content as possible. And if you have some ideas or books or any topic in terms of wrestling that you want me to cover, please do not hesitate to send me a DM over on Instagram, or you can comment over on the community tab underneath one of my posts. I always check that stuff, so you can do that. All my stuff is scrolling at the bottom. You can always contact me there, and I will see you guys next time. Love ya.
If you don't wanna see me, if you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I once did the hop.